Harry Litman, is it time for Elon Musk's deposition to be taken? How about the guy at Doge who calls himself Big Balls? How about some of these other people at Doge who have been making those racist posts that have been uncovered? Is it discovery time? So you and I have now been talking about here on the various hot takes that we do about these emergency orders that have been issued blocking, or in some cases not blocking, the actions by Donald Trump and Doge and various other federal actors. These temporary restraining orders, as the name implies, are temporary. You then move towards additional injunctive relief, and these things get filed and have a life cycle like cases do. And in cases, there's a process called discovery where you gotta take depositions and put people under oath. And so I think we're headed into that phase now as well, especially because we did see some judges as well, like Judge Chutkan in DC, saying, you know what, I need more evidence if you want me to block specific action by Elon Musk, as just an example. So you take a look at one of these cases as well. This is the AFL-CIO case versus Department of Labor. This is a Privacy Act case against Trump and Doge and everybody, and they're seeking expedited discovery. The federal judge, a George W. Bush appointee, Judge Bates, basically invited, hey, you know, what is the scope of discovery going to look like? And I've been wondering, you know, when is this deposition, or is a deposition of Elon Musk going to be taken? Now, one of the reasons people may be like, why do they keep acting like Elon Musk doesn't work at Doge, but then they're saying he works at Doge? Well, by saying that he works for Donald Trump as a special advisor, I think what they're trying to set up is zero transparency. I think they're going to assert executive privilege, assert the Presidential Records Act, claim that Elon is immune and is actually not operating over Doge. He's not just someone who can be deposed. He's a special advisor, and they're going to assert immunities. I think, by the way, that issue in 4 to 5 months will work its way up to the Supreme Court. But that's where we are, right, Harry? This battle over information. Yeah. Trump and Elon, they prefer just to post lies on social media and spread disinformation. They don't want to go under oath. And now these plaintiff groups, whether they're the attorney generals, civil rights groups, labor groups like the AFL-CIO, they're like, you can't just keep hiding and be a chameleon and say, I'm not this, oops, I'm this. It's this amount of people, oops, we were wrong. Shut up, be under oath, tell us this is a court of law. That's where we're at now. Harry, what do you make of all this?
Yeah, so it's super interesting, Ben. It's not your normal discovery process. First, as you say, it's totally right. They are completely talking out of both sides of their mouths. You'll have Trump touting all the things Musk is doing and this great role, and then they go to court and the DOJ says, oh, you know, he's just a kind of, you know, like a uncle type, kind of giving some advice to the president, et cetera. Really massive contradictions. And one of the judges, Judge Chutkan, called it out. But as you say, the general, there's been a few kinds of things going against Musk, but to the extent people are saying he's taking our private information and is going to disseminate it, the judges have not so far wanted to enjoin, because the law is that itself, that somebody unauthorized would get it in the government, that's not a Privacy Act violation. They have to disseminate it. But this one judge, Judge Bates, as you say, has basically said, well, you know what? I think we need a little discovery here, because what's Chutkan need, but also what does he need here in this AFL-CIO suit? Who has it? Why do they have it? What do they intend to do with it? Give us some facts from which we can then, it's a limited, expedited discovery, not that huge process that all your students labor under when they go into law firms, but just a few weeks with a few questions. But is it time for Elon Musk's deposition? Maybe, because they've already, DOJ, given declarations. So what's left in the rules of discovery? Depositions, interrogatories, real, like, give us the actual what information we are asking for. Now, what's going to happen here, you're right, Bates has said, invited it. I think you guys need some, come on and give me a motion, and he's done. DOJ is going to come and answer that, and they're going to say, don't give them any. And by the way, if they do, certainly not Musk. And by the way, the things you say about privilege and the like. So there's still going to be a little bit of a fight about what this limited expedited discovery is going to look like. But for the first time, we'll have under oath some facts. Not to, all of us in America basically are nervous to know this guy, whoever he is, has his fingers in the information and can do so much with it. But that's not enough yet under the law. But with a little bit more from limited discovery that makes it clear, or tolerably clear even, so you can try it, what are they needed for? What are they going to do with it? Who has it? What sort of system? That might be the inroad to what we've been, and other judges have been waiting for, concrete facts to say, yep, sounds like this is trouble and I can enjoin it. And by the way, Bates has said, I'm not prejudging how it's going to go. In fact, Department of Justice, if you want, at the same time, you can file a motion to dismiss the whole thing. I'll consider it. But the big point is, rather than going forward slowly and a year of discovery, there is a provision under the federal rules. The judge is basically made clear he's going to use it. Discrete, targeted discovery, a few weeks of some real facts, and then let's see how plausible, immediate, unnerving it is that Musk and Doge have their fingers in every pie, including this big database out of the Department of Labor that has, the goods on you, me, and everyone in between.
I want to share with our viewers, though, just what I think is going to be relevant to this discovery. For example, you had Donald Trump saying that Elon Musk is the administrator of Doge. I mean, you wouldn't normally be able to, unfortunately, get the deposition of Donald Trump because of his position.
As the president.
As the president, you can't get it.
It's hard.
I would love to get it. I know that may make people angry. You just won't be able to get a president's deposition. He'll have immunity from it. Presidential Records Act, every objection. You're not going to get it. But Donald Trump creates the deposition record on his own for you with these press conferences, and they're exhibits. They could be attached. This could be used against him when he says it. So here he is saying, look, if I had Donald Trump under oath in a deposition and got him to say what I'm about to show you and nothing else, I would be high-fiving my litigation team and saying that's exactly what I wanted to do for the whole 7 hours was that gem. Here, let's play that.
I signed an order creating the Department of Government Efficiency and put a man named Elon Musk in charge. Thank you, Elon, for doing it. Thank you very much. And he's doing a great job.
Okay, and then what I would do is I would say, all right, give me Exhibit B. Let's take the deposition of Elon Musk from his CPAC appearance where he talks about Social Security and rating it. Here, let's play that clip.
So you can see it,
What do you,
and like, it's like, isn't it like, it's totally wild, like we just did like a check the database on Social Security, like it says, how many alive Americans eligible for Social Security are there? And according to the database, it's over 400 million. And we're like, wait a second.
and how many are getting,
how old are they again?
Yeah.
And then like we found like one person in there is like 360 years old. I'm like,
all right, so we know that Elon Musk didn't know how to read the coding. There are not tens of millions of deceased people getting paid Social Security, and they kind of move on to their next lie. But there he says, we went through your Social Security information, and they extracted incorrect propaganda lies that they said. But he's saying he went through your information. So why is this guy, if he's not working at Doge, going through your information? Finally, I'll show you your friend Jamie Raskin, what he had to say. And Jamie Raskin, of course, constitutional lawyer, great lawyer, and a funny guy who mixes humor with serious stuff. Just watch what Raskin says.
The administration took the position in court this week that Elon Musk is not the head of Doge and is not leading Doge. So who is leading Doge? Is it the young man who calls himself Big Balls? Is it the racist on the night crew who's proud of the fact that he was a racist before all of his friends were racist, and says that we should legitimize Indian hate. Who is Doge?
This is he's getting to the heart of the issue that lawyers are going to be asking in discovery. Harry, final word.
Final word is just, this is what Raskin shows. This is really I think, biggest event so far in terms of the capturing of the imagination of the American people. On our Substack, we do Q's and A's, and we invite people to submit questions. And a few days ago, we did it, and it seemed like over half were about this. I personally, as you know, have been obsessed with what's going on in the Department of Justice. You and I have talked about it, and I'm eager. I just talked to Raskin about it, in fact, yesterday. Stay tuned for our Talking Feds one-on-one with him next week. But it was like, how do you get people hot and bothered? And part of it is you go to where their concerns are. And this worry about whoever the hell this little mincing guy is who came to our consciousness during the campaign, having his fingers so deeply in the pies, this is something that the American people are thinking about and is contributing to Trump's popular decline in the numbers. And that, Raskin makes this clear, that's just got to go hand in hand with the lawsuits. We're not going to sue ourselves completely out of this mess. We're going to, with lawsuits and other things, dig out from under the kind of hoodwinked popularity that Trump was able to ride to the presidency, but he is been, completely hasn't delivered what he said, besides all the damage he's doing. This is the issue that right now, it seems to me, people really understand and are unnerved about.
Harry Litman from the Talking Feds YouTube channel, the Talking Feds podcast, and the Talking Feds Substack. And yes, you were also a leader at the Department of Justice, clerk for 2 Supreme Court justices, and led the Western District of Pennsylvania as their top prosecutor. But Harry Litman, the YouTuber, everybody. Thanks, Harry.
Thank you, Ben.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.